My boss told me to stop acting like I knew more than him, so I let his entire plan fall apart. I 31M work for a mid-sized manufacturing company as a process technician, basically the person who keeps the machines running and catches problems before they cost the company thousands. It's not glamorous, but I'm damn good at it. Or at least I was, until 6 months ago when we got a new supervisor named Evan, who strutted into the building with the confidence of a man who had never been told he was wrong in his life. He bragged about coming from a faster industry, claimed we were outdated, and made it extremely clear he didn't care what anyone thought. Day one, he told me, "You're smart but not management smart. Let me handle the thinking." I should have known then that this would end badly. Part of my job is maintaining our biggest production line, a temperamental beast that produces custom aluminum components for our largest client. That line requires constant monitoring because the coolant system is old and the flow sensors glitch. I've told management for 2 years that we needed upgrades. They promised they'd look into it. They never did. When Evan arrived, he said the system was fine and that any issues were operator errors. I tried explaining the warning signs, pressure spikes, inconsistent temperature logs, and the weird rattling noise that meant a total blockage was coming. He smirked and said, "Machines don't talk, you're overreacting." 2 weeks later, the coolant started dropping faster than usual. I knew what was coming, a full meltdown of the system. If the coolant tank ran dry while the line was running, the metal sheets would weld themselves to the press and destroy thousands of dollars of hardware. I flagged it in our log, emailed Evan, and verbally told him 3 times. His response? "Stop acting like you're the boss." I said it's fine. He even wrote me up for undermining authority because I refused to let him manage. I was stunned. I went to HR. HR said, "Follow his process. If it fails, it's on him." Oh, really? That was the moment malicious compliance sank its teeth into me. Evan wanted to be the expert? Fine. He wanted me to stop acting like I knew more than him? No problem. I documented everything, every pressure dip, every temperature spike, every email he ignored. I did exactly what he asked. I followed orders and stopped interfering. When the coolant alarm started beeping, I logged it and walked away. When the heat indicators flashed yellow, I noted it like a good little soldier. When the rattling noise got louder, the sound I knew meant imminent disaster, I simply clocked out for lunch. 20 minutes later I heard frantic yelling from across the building. The line had seized. The metal fused to the press exactly like I warned it would. The press arm bent itself trying to force the cycle. A belt snapped and whipped across the floor hard enough to crack a tile. Production shut down instantly. Our biggest client lost an entire day's worth of product. The damage? Roughly $148,000 in repairs and downtime. And standing in the middle of it all was Evan, red in the face, screaming at anyone who would listen that no one warned him. HR, maintenance, upper management, everyone came running. I calmly pulled out my clipboard and said, "Actually, here are all the warnings I logged, the emails I sent, and the write-up you gave me for trying to fix the issue." I handed over a neatly organized packet with timestamps. HR took it. Management took it. Evan stared at me like he'd just swallowed a brick. An investigation started immediately. They checked camera footage, email records, maintenance logs, everything. It all lined up. I had followed orders exactly. Evan had ignored every warning. And he had written me up for trying to prevent the disaster. HR called me in and straight up apologized. Management told me, "You did everything right. We're frankly impressed with your documentation." Evan? He locked himself in his office for an hour and then tried to spin it as me setting him up. But the evidence was overwhelming. 2 days later, he was demoted to floor operator, the same job he said was beneath him. His salary was slashed by 40%. His office was emptied. I walked by as he moved a box of his stuff to his new workstation. He avoided eye contact. For the first time since he arrived, he looked quiet. Yesterday, management announced they're finally upgrading the coolant system, something I've been pushing for years. They even asked me to help design the updated workflow. Now people are calling me a hero. But honestly, I didn't sabotage anything. I just did exactly what I was told. Stop acting like I knew more than my boss. He wanted control. He got it. And the consequences that followed belonged entirely to him. Whether that makes me the a-hole? I'll let the internet decide.